I can't write what I want to say, and I'm not even sure if I write properly, if I speak properly. So I'm writing right now a letter to somebody, right? But I can't write it. I got to cancel it. So actually, I can't write a letter to anybody because I'm actually live, right? Okay, now I'm having trouble streaming to this. I don't know why. Just give me a second. I'm going to my channel. Just give it a minute. Let's see if we can do this. Create a schedule or new screen. No. Local setup. How can we use the same stream key? Can I? Oh, maybe I can use it from here. Oh, yeah, that might help. Am I live here? No. Hold on a second. Trying to set something up here. Choose a replay. Oh, God. Okay, choose a replay. Thumbnail. New live stream. Local setup. Create a schedule stream. Create a schedule and new stream. I already have 2 streams here. So I have a key. I have a key. Let me see if I can get this key in your edit. Oh boy, that's not the same thing as before. That's pretty weird. That's extremely weird. I'm putting this new stream in over here. Just give me a second. I'm going to start soon. I'll be up and ready just in a minute. Here I am. Here I come. And now you see it. Now you don't. I can't believe I'm here. Why did I ever show up? So I'm not sure if it's working now. Okay, there it is. Why am I here? Why did I show up? I can't believe I went. You know, I'm listening to other people speak, and I'm going to be honest with you. Most of everything I do now, I can't forget about talking about what I just did. What I just did, you probably can do, and I fool around so much that what I just did and what I want to say from what I just did and all the joking I want to do, and there's a reason for all the joking. Okay, and what I did is I made something, and I'm wondering if you can make the same, maybe different, but in all the same, we can both get in trouble or no one can get in trouble. And if you're alone and it happens and you tell no one, will it make a difference other than you might not be able to repair it or replace it because I made a mess. I actually made 2 things at the same time. I made what they call the end result. I made a coffee. Just like words that we speak, why don't we look at it at a different context? That I made a coffee, oh, big deal, you made a coffee. Somebody went to get the beans. Somehow I got the beans. The end thing is I had to get the beans. Now I could have got them crushed up in crushed up. I could have got them in fine and thick, just in the whole bean. I got the coffee, can pour water in it and have a cold coffee, whatever that'll taste like. But most coffees today or yesterday, or what we knew before we can cool the coffee other than put it in the snow, is a coffee. I made a coffee. You want cream in it? Cream might be the add-on to the coffee. Is it a word? Is it helping you? HELPING. Or how about I am bringing it? ING. King me? You're not kinging. Are you kinging? You can be singing. You can be in sync. So I made a coffee. When I was young, I used to watch this little program on TV. And it really bugged me, you know, it really got to me. Really, these programs really got to me. I think I'm going to open up and show the program. I still want to talk about the zodiac. Star and sun system, including the planet and planets and the moon. and the moon cycles, and the menstrual cycle. It's like a strudel. Conjunction. Torque. So let's look this up. But before we get, we're going to go to that. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? So here we're going to go to this little thing over here. And I'm going to try and, I'm going to shut off the sound if I could. Knowledge is power. Schoolhouse Rock, okay? And in Schoolhouse Rock, grammar, conjunction, Schoolhouse Rock, conjunction, junction. Conjunction, here, just listen to this. And this is from, I'm going to tell you right now, this is from Schoolhouse Rock. So I'm sending all the accolades to them. And I want to show you what's happening in the function of the conjunction is, if you want to think about how I do my work, it's about like this. This is the way I get my work done. It's like that. My whole life has been that. Ever since I'm a little kid and I've seen these things, you know, that's my life. So let's put this on and hear what it has to say.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, how's that function? I got 3 favorite cards that get most of my job done. Conjunction, junction, what's their function? I got and, but, and, or, they'll get you pretty far. And that's an additive like this and that. But that's sort of the opposite. Not this, but that. And then there's or, O-R. When you have a choice like this or that. And but or get you pretty far.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Looking up 2 boxcars, making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice. Hey, that's nice. Dirty but happy, digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or two. He's poor but honest, sad but true. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up 2 cards to 1 when you say something like this. Choice, either now or later, or no choice. Neither now nor ever. Hey, that's clever. Eat this or that, grow thin or fat. Never mind, I wouldn't do that. I'm fat enough now. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Hooking up phrases and clauses that balance like out of the frying pan and into the fire. He cut loose the sandbags, but the balloon wouldn't go any higher. Let's go up to the mountains or down to the seas. You should always say thank you or at least say please. Conjunction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses in complex sentences like, in the mornings when I'm usually wide awake, I love to take a walk through the gardens and down by the lake, where I often see a duck and a drake. And I wonder as I walk by just what they'd say if they could speak. Although I know that's an absurd thought. Conjunction, junction.
So now we're going to look like, how about if we look at that? This is where I am, right here. Where's the squeeze, the twirl, the normal, the kaleidoscope. If you want to see my apartment by this kaleidoscope, it would look like that, right? That'd be the apartment right now. And if you want to see it by any other facet, we're going to do the mirror. So you'd be looking at my apartment like that. Somewhat of the apartment like that. That's where we are. I got those paint spots I might have to fix, so I have to get out of the way. So we're going to get the video to go back. I'm going to show you some more of this video.
What's your function? Working up cars and making them function. Conjunction, junction, how's that function? Like tying up words and phrases and clauses. Conjunction, junction, watch that function. I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? I'm going to get
See, all the ands are red and the phrases are yellow. The other word, ors or nors, the colors of it, well, that's very important as the words they spoke. So this is, thank you very much, Schoolhouse Rock. I hope they don't flag my video. We're going to see if there's anything else. There's all kinds of things for who are we. We are the children of the Creator. And since no one's here right now, I started to do something yesterday, but I want to show you the word Egypt. For those who don't know the word Egypt, it's a word. And the word is 5772. Enclosed between 5 and 27 is 7 and 7. And in each one of these, all these numbers are in conjunction of each other. And if you may ask, and the whole thing of what I do, I'm going to answer that in a minute. And I'm going to see if I can not mess up with this. Praise God, praise the Lord, from the inward and outward spirals to all eternity, for all that has ever been created. With what you are watching now, I am going to be you. And you are what they call, if you like, we can choose many names, but it's your home and your house and your apartment. I don't care if you rented it, if you built it, you live, you are where you are right now. Make the best of it for yourself, that you can cherish in its moments. And if you desire, for whatever reason we possibly are on this planet, and if it was me, that I was you, I would be on this planet for pleasure. And I wouldn't want to take away the pleasure from anyone else. And if you said, how come? I would say to you, because you built this planet. You made this world. And you put every single person and every animal and everything that is in this world, you put it here. You did it. And everybody that's created is created in your image. With your mind and your thoughts and your power, everybody that you've ever seen is mirrored on day 7. When you took your rest, you went nowhere. You were free. Everybody and everything was passing through you. And when you, Octavius, Morpheus, being everybody and all, the transmission and transition from within you, that you are connecting everything, every breath one takes. It is you, only you, and I created the mirror of everybody that is me from the form that was given onto us. With all the elements in the game, just give me a second. I will come to see. With all the elements of the game. You created only you, and it's your house. And when you walk down the street, you see somebody, and it's you. And you gave yourself a set of rules. And through those set of rules, we created the sciences of life. We were one and we were everybody. But I couldn't do everything alone. As myself, I needed to create because I needed to know more, because what I knew wasn't enough. There was not enough memory. And with us, we create the most beautiful song. Because if nothing was here, I would sing about what I see as nothing. But if there was me in the mirror of me in the mirror, and you saw me and I saw me, And you said something you saw different, and I said something I saw different, and we put what you see and I see together, and we wrote a song, and we both can feel for that song. And there's so many of me all over, everywhere I look, it's just me. But how come I'm a girl and I'm a boy? What happened to me? Why did I have to be like me but not like me? Because the rule of the game, or one of the elements of the game, is to show up in the game with the game board. You showed up with the motherboard and all the connections, and you had to do the same thing. Because it's all about you. You're building your own farm. You're building your own house. You had to reproduce children just like the good Lord. So you used the Mother Nature and all her elements, the periodic table. And in order to create, you needed weights and measures. Then you needed dots and dashes. Then you had to create a mirror side. Then you had to make a lot of mistakes. Because if you do what I do, I created a mess. A mess was created, and oh my God, it's now chaos. How can we control the chaos? Science fails until it succeeds. And you make all like you. And wait a second, I just bumped into me, and we have a central conscience coming together, like the spider in the web. And everything passes through, and it's constantly making corrections. And we live in parallel worlds. There's one here, and one here, and one here, and one here, and one here. And then with all it is to connect this area over here, we need to have a square. So let me show you how we can connect, how we can take this shape and two different base ways to connect it without overlapping. And even if it went into Star Wars, right? Even in Star Wars, maybe they just had to fly away. This looks like an H beam. Is it H or is it I? You see it this way? Is that the I this way? Or is the I this way? See the I? Let me see if I got that camera right. The I and the H. We got a spaceship. And it's an octagon, right? But when you open, the octagon up, you open up the two sides, right? Just let me put them right. When you open up the two sides, see that V-neck you have? Look at that. Let me close my coat. How does it look? I'm wearing my suit where my shoulders and my arms come out, my legs come out. So you can see on each side that it's a hexagon. And then inside, there's a flat. But all together, after the shape was folded out, right? That's what the shape looks like. And we can find this in 36 numbers off the roulette board. Hi, Tammy. Everybody is me. And I was writing something down in the prefix of the beginning of what's actually going on here. Why I said rat. I just want to view. I want to view it on. I'm going to write edit just to see what I wrote. Today's hieroglyphs, emojis. The word HIER in French means yesterday. The first letter, they say, capitalize the first letter at the beginning of a sentence. So it must have a reason why. What is the letter H? When you have the letter H, you'll be sleeping. You have the two ends of the bed. You got the letter H. You got your head on one side, your feet on the other. Well, your line is what is that? Horizontal? But when you're up and awake, vertical, your feet are below your nose. Hey, just so great. I just grew up and everything I know is what I hear. I don't have to believe everything, but I was told that your soul is in your feet. Because when I put on my boots, they asked me about my soul. Now, if they asked me about my soul, I got to look up what it means. What does it mean, soul? What does SOL mean, soul? It is the fifth note in the major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. But apparently, hold on a second. What does SOL mean in Spanish? means the sun. So therefore, it's possible that I'm the sun. I got the sun in my shoe. I got the sun in my soul. So now soul in French, when it's said sometimes, if you hear it or if you don't hear it, the D and E that comes in SOLDE or SOLDER or SOILDIER, which actually means the sun. It's just in my head right now. I can see it, the sun, the soldier, the welding, the coming together of the sun and the soul of one. Now, I believe that I created the world because right now I'm in a play right now, and that play is all about you, what I think you would do if you created the world. I want to be you. That's what I'm being right now. I'm being you. You'd make everybody just like you, and in fact, you'd probably want to have a mate because we're basing this off of nature, and we're seeing what the animal kingdom is. But wait a second, we've got something to think about, because on day 6, was animal and man. How many hours in advance did animal have to arrive in the 24-hour day for man to pick up on everything the animal does? What the animal likes, we like, because, oh, you hear that wolf and we don't know what that wolf is doing. We see that vibration. We see the flowers. When we came here, the first thing we saw from the day before we had an average thought of anything, had to be 3 days. We'd already be into day 9. Because you need the average of something to understand the thought. Because you need to get not to tomorrow, but you must get to day 4 in order to look back at days 1, 2, 3 to see the average of those days. Day 1, I have no average except for the hours in those days. In day 2, I see day 1, I can figure out the average inside of day 1. Then I can look back and see the average inside between the difference between 1 and 2. There's an exact line. Then day 3 happens. When day 3 happens, I can see that. When day 3 ends, I'm in day 4. Now I have a whole 24 hours to balance off the 24 hours before and the 24 hours after. So how many days before I understand what happened on day 1 that we can actually look at an average from day 1? Because if it's the first day of the week, we need an average. Does it happen on every first day of the week? So now we need 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and so on. And there's an equation that comes from this. King is 41. Soul makes a huge impact because we use that word in other places. First, it says 105 or 501. It's talking about, hold on a second. So take a look at, oh. Okay, so take a look at this. Okay, do you see that? Is it 501 or SOL? Because when you're writing that on square paper, it looks the same. Now, is it soul as in sun? 501 is talking about Mars. What is it about the 015? Now, what happens in my head, because creation is ABC and ABCD and BCD, right? 9, 10, and 6, right? 9, 10, and 6, 33, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. So what happens in 60 seconds, right, which is 15 times 4 equals to 60. So that works out. So that would be 25% of 100. Each 15 would be 25% of 100. Now the percent sign, okay, 25, it'd be 25 plus 75 equals to 100. But I need 400%. I need 400% to bring this to that number. So I need 4 times 25%. I need 400%. How much do I need over this? Or do I need 300%? 300%? No, 300%. I need 300%. That would be like out of bowling. right, to bring this 25 into 75. So I have 300% here, and I have 100% here. 25 is 100%. I'm just trying to see if I'm doing this right, because I'm looking at two things right now in my mind, and I may have mixed you up. I'm trying to base this off of 60 seconds or 60 minutes. That's what I'm trying to base this off. So if I have 15 seconds, right, 15 times 4 equals to 60. So this is 300% of this is 45 plus the 15, okay? Which means that this is a total of 400, but it's 400%. So I have to look at it that way. Something about 15, okay, something about 60 has to be 400% from 15. Like every 100% is a completion. So 15 is now 100% of itself. It's a whole. So that means when you play football and you go let's go quarter. 4 quarters equals 1 whole. But this is 60 minutes. We're talking about 15 minutes. But because of this equation, it obligates me to tell me this is 100% if I need to raise it by 300%, which is 45, to get into the 60. And 3 times 15 equals to 45. Do you follow my drift where I'm going? Right, Levi's 405. And the word Levi, right, is also telling you about the 6th life. V-I-E is life. V and I is 6. It is saying the life. Okay? And you can also, if you want to just look at it as viol, right? Or the law of life. And how about the love of life? This is a combination letter. This is the I and the O coming together in one. The O and the I, 9 and 6 come together. 3 times 3 equals to this 9. 3 plus 3 equals to the 6. The total is the O. These two, 33, when multiplied and added, equals to 6, equals to 9. 6 and 9 equals to, what is that? 15, bringing us into the quarters, understanding the quarters in hockey, understanding 1 through 5, the E world of A, B, C, Jack 5, which is your gateway. Why in the world do I speak all these words? I'm just telling you what I was told. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not teaching anybody anything or taking anything out of, well, can you say out of context? I'm just taking what was given to me. I'm only using what somebody else has used, where I believe that every adult on this planet that is in a first world country can actually understand what the alphabet is. You tell me what percentage of this population of all people understand the alphabet, know the letters. I want to know how many people on this planet know how to count to 21. I want to know what is the first thing they teach in school when it comes to learning to speak. I want to know if there's a dictionary and how many people know there's a dictionary. Or there's books. Do people read books? Can you actually hear me and understand the definitions of the words I speak? I'm not doing anything. People have seen this. I want to know, did I make this up or somebody else did? Did I do this or somebody else did? Oh no, I was the one who made this. This is what I did. This is my invention. That's why I'm sitting here broke just trying to look for a new pen. Because I created all this. Or I didn't. I didn't create anything. All I'm doing is bringing all creation, okay? All creation, everything. It doesn't matter. Ask me a question. I'll give you an answer from what somebody else already said somewhere. Just possibly in a different context from where they were going with it. But the actuality cannot be denied. 6 times 6 is 36 is 9. Right? And also that 36 brings in the house, the beta house, which is The freaking moon. Every time they bring something in, it always relates back to the moon. I don't know why. Is it because the third body of who I is located up on the moon? Cryovac? One alive, one dead, just working with the receptors, just a brain that you think possibly, I saw it on TV. It can't possibly be real. It's too bizarre. I want to ask you a question. You know, when they have science in the laboratories, things happen. And if you look at a cell and you go up to a doctor who's working at cells and they look at, oh my God, I can't believe it. Look what you did to that cell. You know, oh my God, look at his arm. It's all twisted and ugly. How do you know how twisted and ugly it is? Somebody got into an accident. Their face is all messed up. To one person, it's beauty. To one person, it's a science. And you have to understand that science because you cannot deny a fact that exists. Although you haven't seen it ever happen, if it can be created, all it needs to exist is right here to begin with. You are the creator. This is the game. I need to create the program so we can enter all this information and we will see what Einstein said on an alternate level. When I say the word height, right? Or how if I say the word gate? How do you spell gate? I'm going to go back at everybody's questions. And another thing, the reason for the moon is when you add 1 through 36, right? The reason for being on the moon, when you add 1 through 36, it equals to 666. Now, it could be the body, it could be the spirit on the moon. I don't know. The spirit is 91. The soul is 67. So is the water 67. So is Earth and Mars 67. The spirit is 91. When you have the entire deck of cards, the 4 suits, you have the spirit involved in every single 13. Adding 1 over to 13 equals to 91. 13, the multiplication and addition equals to 3 and 4, which equals to 7 and 12 equaling to 19. So if 19 is something that is always injured, okay, there's a reason, there could be a reason for it. You're actually at home with this number. Let me show you what the equation is. Okay, the deck of cards has 4 suits, and each suit adds up 1 through 13, equaling to 91. There are 4 suits. We're going to do it 1 through 13, 1 through 13, and the total of this is 273. Creation in the house of bait. This will end up to say 91 at the end. This is going to say 39. So if you want to go 1 through 39, or would it now be have 3 through 39? So when you go 3 through 39, you have, you have 666, 37, 38, 39, 104, 30, no, that's going to be wrong. 30 is 90. Yes, no, hold on a second. 38, right. 38 by 3 is 90, and 3 by 8 is 24, 114. Second time I came up with that. Pregnancy of a pig. 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. And I say day is 30 because the word day equals to 30 and the word time equals to 47. So I'm using what they gave me. Hey, what's the number for day? Well, it's 30. What's the short number for day? 7, 8, and 4 is 12. Short number for day is 3. Day of creation. Time, short number, is 2. The IT system of matter, energy, birth into the house, T20. Counting down, right? T20. So we got this over here. So we have a total of 114, and we have to minus 1 and 2. 1, 2. Oh, we should have minus 1, 2, 3, right? This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to use it like that. So that'll be minus 3, right? So we're going to total this, and this will be 770. Is that right? 770? 780. Oh, I like that. That's the gateway. 780 minus 2 is 778. Oh, that's beautiful. The heavens of Christ, the heavens of matter, the heavens of sake. 7 and 8 at the gateway of the 7, right? 7. I put the point. I shouldn't have put the point, right? That's absolutely beautiful. 877 and 977 coming together. This is absolutely beautiful. So we saw what happened with this, right? I got a little lost in where I was. So we understand that we were talking about the deck of cards. So now what happens, let me just pull this back, is we're going to have the fourth one. We're going to have 1 through 13 again equals to 91. And this is going to equal to 364, which is actually just going to be 13 moons times 28 days equals to 364. The word for man is 28. This now gets reduced to 4 and 1. And 41 is the home king. Now the king is always referred to as who? It is not us, the king. So the king could be on the moon, or the king or the controller could be on the moon, and its creation in this world. Here, Zion, Israel, and 0. Over here, this is, you're talking about born into the house of Bait, number 27, 9 and 99, 9999, right? 99, 99, 99. Right? Actually, I should have just put 9, 99, 99. And this one equals to 9, and this one equals to 18. Now, if you want to see where that comes from, okay, I think, can I go here? Reboot. So now I think we're going to go reboot. Let me see if I can find this. Okay.
Go away! Step away my hiding place. Bob, are you feeling all right? Quiet! Get down! Get down!
What is it? Viral binomes? A Roman tear? Is it megabyte? Hexadecimal?
Just let me stop this for a second. I just want to tell you this comes from Into the Invasion. I don't want to get a strike on my video, so I'm playing this piece about reboot.
Much worse! Oh no! He's coming! It slices, dices, cuts, copies, pastes, and even formats Julian fries! But wait, there's more. Act now, and we'll port you the handy Logomatic absolutely free for only $99.99. Ah! Mike! For the 128th time! Stop! Can't we just...
Okay, so you saw what he said. For the 128th time, two sons, for the 128th, 64 and 64, 64 gigabytes, 64 zeros, Zion, Israel, 2 worlds. It's also memory. And he's telling 90, 90, 90, 90, 99. Reboot. And then when the game comes in, reboot. Reboot game. Let me see if I can, here, just to show you, hold on a second. Reboot, game coming, game incoming. Reboot, game incoming, incoming game. Look at the block. Look at the cube coming in. And it's purple. There it is. Showing those planets that are over the games. So you can see, right, that everything I'm doing is only a basic mirror about everything that's ever been done before. So now we got to the 13 by 28. We got to the years. So I'm showing through this point what is going on in this. And now in this one over here, the same equation, we're going to count from 4. I didn't even finish this with Egypt. I'm going to count from 4, right? And over to what is 52. Now, I don't know what that is, and I'd like to say that I don't want to go past what is 39, right? I can't go past 39 because 40 creates a mirror, right? So what I'm going to try to see to do is between, I did it through 30, what I do here it went to 39, right? So now I would have to do it through 1 through 39. Now it would have to start at 40, right? And go over to 52. So what you would have is 40 and 52 is 92, right? And so you have 92 is 40 and 52. And then you have 40 and 52, 41 and 51, 42 and 50, 43 and 49, 44 and 48. This one's the special one. This is when the incoming division between night and day right over here. 8 and 12. These are the 4 corners of the cube. Division of night and day, and this one will become a division of night and day, but another level. The reason for that is 4 times 8, 4 plus 8 is 32 and 12, equaling to this 44 over here, but it's blurry, right? So let's try and fix that. Let's try and fix that if we could. Okay. Then we have 45 and 47, and then you have 46. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 7 of them. So 792s times 7 equals to 760, 630, and 14, 644. That's pretty nice. I like that. Area space in Zion, Israel. The other thing about this, it also says phi and pi inside. Now we have to add 46, and that equals to 690. And now that is absolutely perfect. So it's 690 minus, right? 1, 2, 3, okay, minus, I have to start on I started on number 3 here. I have to start on I got to start on number 4 here. So I'm going to minus. So this will be either 687 or 686. It depends because I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count 4 by 13, 4 by 1, right? Will tell me 4 count over to 52. That's my count. And my count should be 690 for the over count, and then 778. Let me see. 690 plus 780 equals to 1470, which is pretty perfect because the 147 is over here. The 1 month is Valentine's, the leap year. The 4 months of 30 days, the 7 months of 31 days. These numbers will create all the other numbers. In the first area, you have 1. Then you have 1 and 1. Then you have 1, 1 and 1. This is 1, 2, 3. In the second area, you have 4. Although this equals to 3, this equals to 6. Then you have the 4. We're going to go here. When we do the 4 twice, we're over here. And then did I get that right? And then we do the 4 again. We're counting 3 4s, right? So the first 4 is 4. The second 4 is 8. The third 4 is 12. Right away, I'm talking about purple and Mars. The 12 ball and 4 ball and pool are purple. And this equals to 12, and this equals to 24. And this will then convert into this, where you're dividing the 4 into 3, the house in the heavens. 48 and 83. This is Pluto. This is Sun. This is monkey. This is gold. This will create other numbers. I don't know if I want to get into that right now. This will eventually divide the night and day. This will create 24 and 11, 35. This will say ho, 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 create a rotation. 24 and 11 equals to 35. 15 and 08 equals to 23. 6 and 5 equals to 11. 1 and 2 equals to 0.3. And that's the end result. The end result is over here. Where do I get this from? 3 times 5 is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 and 15, 23. 3 times 2, 6. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 and 6, 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2 equals to 3. And I can continue on with this one. We're going to stop it right here because I can do this one. And 2 times 1, okay, is 2. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And it equals to now 5. So where do our numbers first begin, right? And we started off with absolutely 1, but 1 wasn't alone. If 1 was alone, we'll leave it here. If 1 was with another 1, okay, I'm going to do this. Like above is below, 1 and 1. Now, if it was 1, 1, and 1, I'm going to do it like this, right? This one would be Earth. Right? This one would end up to be finished like this, and this one would be Mars. Mars 22, Earth 33. So this is 6 and 9 equals to 15. This is 2 and 2 equals to 4. And 4 equals to 8. 15 and 8, bringing together Mars and Earth in this formation. This can move here, 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 and here. It can move in 4 areas. This is a single area. This can move in 4 areas, always encompassing this area over here. Here it is. So I call one the window. The other one I like to call the ring and the pole. Well, actually, why don't we just take a look at it? And it's right over here. So now we have 3 times 3 and 2 by 2. At the same time, to understand this a little bit deeper, let me have a sip of my coffee. Is to know here, although you have 4 areas or cell, you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dot. It's a 9 dot connect. And in the other one, although you have a 9 cell, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 16 dots, right? The letter P and the letter I. Perhaps that is what pi is when it moves around in here, right? After that, this is going to turn around to be a 7. This is just going to remain a 9 on its own. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9 times 0 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. 6 and 7, which is 52 Earth / 7. And this one is Mars 51/6. Now I'm asking myself a question that when you have a forward slash and a backward slash, can I create the Z? Or can I create the N? Is it actually just telling me that I should be creating what is 1 7 and what is possibly 2 7s coming together? And I'm not sure, right, what 7s I should be creating. 2 7s creating 3. I don't know. It comes in question. This talks about Earth and Mars coming together exactly like this as the 3rd and 4th planet, DC. And they are also, because it was mentioned today that why is Earth and Mars coming together? 3 and 4, 3rd and 4th planet. So we have 3 and 7 and 4 and 6. 7 and 6. If you want to cross them, we have 9-11 coming together. Even though it's 10-10, the crisscross is 9-11. C100. This equals to 21 and 10 equals to 31. Could be a base for the cube. Every time there's a 0, right, it means it's going into the mirror world. And once you have the mirror world, add 6. Also, the reason I look at it this way is because all 10s, right, all 10s, 7 and 3, 10, 1 and 9, 10, 4 and 6, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 4 and 6, 10, right? Which 10 is this one? This is a 3 and 7, 10. Should it be only the 2 and 8, 4 and 6 where we count the 5? The reason for that, when you have a doorway, you only enter through the walls. You can create a door. Most houses don't have it on the corner over here. Is it possible to have it on here? Well, Rubik's Cube tells me a little bit that the corners, there's no entry into this color. It's either here the entry or here the entry. Here there's only one entry. This is all in question. This is just hypothetical. But here's how we create this. And this one over here, Zion, Israel, you get 24 and 10 equaling to 34. Zion, Israel. This will be 4 and this will be 7. So if you look at this and you look at the 4, you have 4 and 5, void. There is no 7, but what you do get of a 7 is you get a 2 dot and a 7 void. Here's the 2 dot, and here's the 7 areas, the void that you do not see. And in this, you notice there's 1 missing in the center. There's 1 missing in the center, and there's 1 missing in the center. So this cube has 3 singles, okay, in the center that are missing. It has 21 dots. It has a total of 33 voids, in which 3 of the voids are in the center. All of the other voids, the 30, are off to the side. The word day is 30. 30 is 0, the 30 is made up of 10 and 20, or 10, 10, 10, right? 10, 10, 10, 1,000. And where we pick that scenario up, okay, is either we're going to count here and here is a 10, 10 and 10, we're just going to call it a 20, or we're going to talk about this 10 over here. 2 sides of 10 because they're connecting 10s. Just telling us 10 is to connect the next side. And the reason for that is the A, B, C, D. When you get to D, right, you're going to now talk about the other side. Whether you want to do it A, B, C, and then we're back to D. A, D comes together over here. Now, if we did it this way, I can go A, B, C, and then all of a sudden I'll have to come to the 4th corner D. When we add A, B, C, D, or if you exchange it for 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, it equals to 10. If I just go A, B, C, it equals to 6. So I went all the way around, but I did not complete this last part over here, where 6, right, takes up 60%, and then the 4 makes up the 40%, which now you got 100% of 60 seconds, because all you did was mirror the rest of the equation inside this triangle. We now have a second triangle, right? So if I have A, B, C, I have A, B, C. I also have A, D, B. I have it bad. So this one over here is 6. And this one over here is 7 for Earth and Mars. We've mirrored the first world, if you want to look at it that way. Another thing to look at is this. Yo represents Earth, represents Mars. 120 and 90. I need to multiply this by 3 for 360, and I need to multiply this by 4 for 360. 3 Earth, 4 Mars. Zion, Israel, control the moon. All the answers have been given to us. Now, I know I've given nobody any time, so I'm focusing on now everything else. The time. Oh, I didn't finish. Let me finish this part over here. Right. If you don't remember what this part over here, it was the Y number 147 is what we run by, right? All our sequences are through 147, right? On the third stage, right? Where you end up on the third stage with 111 is 3, 1 2 3 becomes 6, 4 4 4 become 12, /3 2 4 become 6. This is 15 becomes 6. The next level is 7 7 7 equals to 21. Just to note, 1 through 15, right? 1 through 5 equals to 15. Remember that. 1 through 5 equals to 15. So we have 21. So here we have 7, 14, 21 over here. Okay. Then we have 7, 5, and 3 is that formation. This numeric value is going to tell us we head for the moon, and in the moon we get our 111 creation. This one equals to 42 over here. This is half. This is the gateway, and it is the gateway to half of the house of Pluto, the gateway. Here's 12, here equals to 15. This one equals to 3, this one equals to 6, this one equals to 6. So you can see all it is 3 6 3 6 3 6, and it's all your formation of 1 1 1 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add on the next one equals to 4, right? And now you're going to have the next one, which will be A B C D, because you're going in order 1 2 3 4, right? And now what you have is 10. Like in 10-4 or 4 and 1 king, or when you have 6-4 Zion Israel, right? When you have 64 Zion Israel, you have the bar mitzvah of 13, 1 and 3 4 to 6 and 4 10, or 5 and 5 22 for A+B+C in the Freedom House of 76, because 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 will equal to 42, will equal to 13, which equals to 55. If you minus it, it is the IT system in the sun, born into the 7th gate of the house of Beit. Except the house of Beit is this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn these cubes this way. If I put them on top of each other, right, you're going to see that these two and these two. These two and these two come together. But you have to understand that when you have the crossway here, you have this and this come together. When you have this crossing over here, you have 1 and 6. Hold on, did I get that right? No, I got that wrong. Sorry. When you do this one over here, you're going to get that one here. When you do this one here, you're going to get that one there. This is where your ace begins to play out. Sorry, I wasn't holding the camera properly. 3 and 4 gets this. 1 and 6 gets this. Why? You see the 6? You see the angle? I'm going to put on the 1. Now the angle is the same way. 3, I'll put on the 4. See the angle? Same thing. And this one's going to end up, the end result for this is 19. The end result for this is 25 and 10, 35. Yeah, the end result for this will be 29. The IT system in the soul. This will equal to 39, which are angels. It'll be 48, which is the sun. And then it'll be 39, which is the angel. They're both 12, 12. Because of the words, what the words say, where the numbers go inside the words. So now it's been over an hour. Oh, it's exactly an hour. I haven't read one piece of information. So let me go back and look. I'm now at 8 circles. When you start crossing 8 circles, you want to see this? I don't know if I'll, okay, let's see what happens when I do this. You want 8 circles? I'm not sure exactly how to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can probably get a 9 circle and balance this out. You see? Now, this is very brilliant because if I use the 9, right, here's 9. I can either use this one here or this one here. I can't use both, right? I can't use both. Either I got my 2 feet on the ground here with my head in the air, my 2 feet. So I use 8 of 9. So if we have all these connections, now my question is, now we have the Vulcan stone. At the same time, we can create the diamond. We can also look at it like this. And if you look at this properly, right, this almost looks like it's going down, 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 down. It's a building, right? You see this on this side, it probably comes down on this side. You don't see it go up because it's going down and it's one building. At the same time, I'm just trying to think of something. When you look at this area over here, you see the curvature. Could be half moons. At the same time, if it was half moons, I'd have 2 here. I'd have 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6 here, 7, 8, 9. Would I have 9? I have 9 balls. I'd have 9. I'd have 9 half moons. Now, if I had 9 half moons on the outside, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, hold on a second. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, I'm going to have to do this again. Okay, let me do this again. I got 2 half moons. I'm only counting for half moons. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Did I get them all right? Let me see. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. So I got 32 half moons, which will make 16 times 10 or times 24 times 3, 160, 240, and 144 is 384. Is that correct? $384, and this will equal to 48. What this is the reverse of C is X, like ecstasy, and this one is just a number, and it all goes, actually, it becomes 7-1, it becomes 7-6, and this one becomes 7-3. The equation, because 1 and 6, right? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 will equal to 6 and 7. So you'll also get 6 and 1, then you're going to get 6 and 6, then you're going to get 6 and 3. Now, if you add them together, 7 and 6 equals to 13, right? So now we can multiply it by 13, the first level, right? Or we can add them up and multiply it by the second level. So this would be 130, and this would be 13 times 24 equals, and this one could be 312. Did I get that right? 13 times 10, then 13 times 10, 312. How did I figure that one out? 16 by 24. The cat, C-A-T, cat. This is AC, the electric cat. This be 4 times 10 times 13. Just give me a second over here. and then 4 times 10 would be 40, and then 4 by 24 we'd have 96, and then 4 by 3 we'd have 12. So 4 by 10, 4 by 24, and 4 by 3, and then we'd have 13 times 10, 13 times 24, and then 13 times 3 equals to 39. The angels equals to 384. Did I get that right? $312. And this one is 130. This one equals to 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one equals to 3, 364, 364 days in the year. 364 days, passing of 13 moons. The other equation I made here, right, was 16. Why did I make 16? Because it's 16. There's an X over here. There's an X over here. There's an X over here. There's 3 X's. Then there's a 4th. Then there's a 5th, a 6th, a 7th, an 8th, a 9th X. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 X's that when 2 circles comes together creates an X. Unlike the 2 circles coming together where you have an X over here and you have an X over here. You have 2 X's when the 2 circles come together. Now, if you take it and you have 3 circles coming over each other, you have an X here, you have an X here, and you have an X here. You have 3 X's on the outside, and then you have 1, 2, 3 X's on the inside. You have 3 and 3 X's. Here you only have 2 X's. Here you only have 1. Here you have 2. Here you have 6. 2160 is the diameter of the moon. 6 times 6 times 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals to 216 and 18 equaling to 234. I think that's our vibration, or hertz is 432. If you do it the other way, 432. But 234 plus 666 equals to 90, and I like to look at that as the 90-degree angle, our birth area, which splits over here at 225, 216, and 234. Oh, what does this mean? Where does it come from? Well, this 234 is, here's your plane, here's the plane, right? And we go all the way around. Over here, you got 90. And you go all the way around. Did I do that right? I might have that wrong. You got 90. And when you go all the way around, you got 90. But maybe I'll just pull the legs out over here, right? I'll open up for the sky during the day if you want, or maybe I'll open up. Where will I open up the sky? This will be 16 hours and this part will be 8. Or we're going to live 24 hours inside of here. 5 1/3, 5 1/3. Should I do that? 16 and 8 for the 24 hours a day that goes around. How should I do that? Or is that number wrong? Or should it be all areas are 4? And we only have 16 hours a day, right? And the time that's going on the clock is 90 minutes a second. So does that work out? 90 minutes, right? 90 minutes is an hour times 16 hours equals to 1440. What about 60 minutes times 24 hours equals to 1440? It's the same thing. So we're running 4 real hours. So we run our day awake of 12 hours and our sleep of 4 hours creates purple. 1 and 2 is actually 3 and 4 and 2 and 4. The divided house of DC, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create this answer. Then we'll have 5 and 4. It's birth in the sun house. 54 is sun. But what we're going to do is I'm going to bring it here at 225, and I like to call this our pregnancy at 216 days. It's 270 days. The reason I call this the pregnancy is because it comes to the moon. This is where the moon fits in. I forget why I called this the pregnancy. It shouldn't show up here. It's 270 days, but it's inside this cycle over here. It's 660 6. It's in between the 666. What that 666 is 234, and 666 creates the rest of this 90-degree angle. There's 18 between 216 and 234 is 18, which is a 9 area and a 9 area. So we encompass in this area here to the clock that goes from here to here, 9 and 9 for the total of 18 between 216 and 234. So this area will take up 5 times 18 in the area, equaling to a total of your area of 90 degrees. 90, 90, 90, 90 to 360 degrees. And all of factuality, the 1440 minutes, right? And we're talking over here 225. If I was only talking 225 or 270, let's go to 270. It's easier, right? I have 1170 left over. I forget what equation 7 come 11. I just can't explain that. And half of this is 117 also. What I'm trying to say is because there's 4 times 360 minutes in a day, if I use the minutes in a day and I use this as minutes, I'd have 1140 minutes, 1170 minutes left. Is that right? 1440, 270 of 360, 360. Is that right? 390. I'd have 3 periods of 390 left. I think I made a mistake somewhere. 90, 90, 90 is 270, plus 90 is 360. Oh, I think it's because it's 360 plus this 90 that I did not complete. So it's 360 plus 30 degrees in the next worlds that are the 3 circles. This is the circle here telling you, follow what I'm saying? There's 4 circles in total. In this circle, we did not complete this area. This area is worth 270. This area is worth 90 plus 360 plus 360 plus 360 is 1,080 plus the 90, which is our birth, and it looks like it's January. 1080 represents 90 in French. Wow. Now I'm going to get to everybody's right now. I'm far behind, I know. Okay, let me see where I am. How can math survive? Well, you know what? So I created the art on the wall. So it's for me. But what we do, why you created many of you that became me, right? Unless all of me, which is all of you, which is all of you, which is me, because you made me, you need to bring that answer so we can all come together. We need to come back to conformity. On day 7, the good old Lord spread itself out and it connected itself to itself so that at the end, we can manifest right back to the web, back to the spider, back to the home, back to our queen bee, and talk directly to ourselves. Only when we believe and understand the system together, that we must come back together. We must put down anything that harms or hurts anybody. Why are people in the security of humanity going against humanity? What are they actually trying to protect? Isn't it the beauty of protecting your own security and your own family? For all those who see this video, if you have your own family and you think somebody's coming after you, money is being revamped. How we share is being revamped to a system that will be insane, because we will all understand the differences of each other and why we have differences. Why do we lose respect, and why is one law better than the other? Don't dirty the streets. Don't dirty the streets. Why are so many of us, why are all these blockades coming against us? Why new rules and regulations when there has already been the basic commandments of 613, because we are fighting ourselves. If you want to know about creation and the Lord, you tell me that this isn't real. You tell me everything I show you that was made by the greatest scientists and minds in this world, that it's not real. When you can say that absolutely undeniable, to where I bet you, I'm willing to put everything on the line, that 90% of everything that I say is real. In fact, even higher, but 90%, I'm going to use that fact that 90% of what I say is real. And every word I speak, may it be the false truth, it is still something I spoke, and it is just a story. There are green men on top of your head. Yes, there are, because you heard it with your ears, but you couldn't see it with your eyes. Then you started to imagine it, and it still didn't appear. And you said to the person who said unto thee, there are green men above your head. There are no green men above my head. It's all a story. Oh, yes, okay. The story of the green men above my head. I recreated everything. I recreated what has been created. What you see as I created is just something that's been recreated, just in my style. Dancing with the stars. Why do we use certain words? Why do we use Ken and Barbie? We need to say the words because we're tickling the spider. And the spider is going, oh, yeah, I remember I sent you Ken and Barbie. Ken saying, yes, Barbie's on a shrimp. The shrimp is in your head, the connection of the pineal gland. Let's all get excited. Have the boost, the organic orgasm to send forward that energy, that electric energy that bestows in all of us, the lie that we tell to each and every one of us when we laugh when we shouldn't laugh. We should all be sending the message back to who we are, that when day 7 came, so that we should spread our wings amongst you of who you are, of all of what you are in this mirror world. Now, we are no longer doing it. And when we come together, the religion, how can you stop someone from saying, no, 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 I only believe in my religion? How can you stop them? How can you get them to listen to what you have to say about not religion, about the truth of creation? Would someone follow the truth of creation and break their vow to the religion they follow? When all we need to do is, why do we have to say so many things? I think it's a great thing to pray if you actually know what you're praying to. You can't pray to any human being because somebody said something. You only can pray to the truth of what we all believe. And if we all believe it, then it must be true. And this is Rubik's Cube. And it has 54 times 54 colors, in which there are 9 of each color. 6 and 9, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. Tell me my math is wrong. There are 26 cubes, and there's one area in the area center that will control 6 colors, 6 different colors. One controls all 6 centers, the transmission. And the cube, you can all see and agree the way this cube turns. And we're all going to agree on 26 names. And the name is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way until we get to Z. And then some of us are going to say it comes from Latin. Some say I use it in the French language. Some say, hey, look at this. In Greek, it's alpha, beta, gamma, delta. In Hebrew, it's aleph, bet, gimel, dalet. In English, it's A, B, C, D. In Chaldean, it is not the same order other than A, B, if I recollect, or A, B, C, D. In gematria, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to 7, but then it goes down to 1. None of what I told you did I create. I'm just reading, regurgitating, that you'll all agree with what I have said if you know of that truth. You will all agree that when you walk into a casino, there's a reason of thought to think, and there's a chance you are going to bet. You are going to wager, you are going to gamble. You are going to take a chance, and therefore there are odds. that come into play. And when the odds and averages came into play based on the odds for reason that the game has already been played before and that the house must always win. The house must survive. One of the reasons we are here, because the house must survive. We are always fighting one thing, I believe, and that is the zombie. That is Mother Nature that twists and turns and changes all the time, where we have air pockets and air bubbles in the water, where it gets cold and hot uncontrollably, that we live in the house and now we control the temperature in the house. And what we seem to see as the cloud is being natural, it is natural for within the house we live, but it has been made into the system so we can live in the house and take off our clothes and run naked in the streets, to where the beasts run around, where they need no clothes, where they fight and they bite and they beat up. And the flowers, as they grow, as they penetrate through the ground, and they disrupt the nature within itself, it's a zombie. It doesn't have the living spirit that we have of the conscience of, probably, I'm not really sure exactly, but it is plugged in, because nature must grow. The plant must grow naturally. And we had to learn the science of the plants and the trees in order to recreate from the ashes that we have come. For it is not I who has created, but the Lord on the seventh day, when all of us were connected. Animal and man. The word "and" backwards is DNA. If you use the word 500 air, dare, red, neo, one, neo, one, neo, and red, DNA, sun. Our sun, our divided sun, the word, the letters N and O coming together are the link between L and M, between the male and the female of the child's side. We end up on the grown-up side connecting M and N, the male, the female, the sun, and the moon. Not because I tell you I want to connect it, because the words that cometh from my mouth have already been created through mathematics, to where the moon is number 57, to where 3 by 19 equals to 57, the letter S, or looking like the number 5. Or the 13th letter, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, equals to 3 and 4, DC, the reverse of the cube, Mars and Earth. 6 and 7 are the spirit of 76 and the freedom of 55. And none of this that I speak can I speak if it hasn't been pre-created for me to speak of it. For it is not I that is created, but I only speak of all that has been created from the Creator itself, that we all agree that if we never met the Creator, that we ourselves, that all that I spoke, that you can find yourself on the network, on the web, through every single dictionary and every single book that has ever been written. Understand, it is the story and what you can depict and analyze from the story, up to today's emojis that are hieroglyphics, and where the word higher, H-I-E-R, actually means yesterday, where I-E, for example, glyph, P and H coming together, 7 and 8 coming together, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, which is the area, space, and reverse to what is the rotation of 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. And I said that because 4 times 4 is 16P. 4 plus 4 is 8H. And that's where the pH comes together. And it's ironic that it picks up the sound of F, of ABC creation. So let me go down a little bit more. So I'm going to have to say that I shouldn't have said that. I recreated what I created. German was very big when I began this. The gateway of ER, I like to think of, instead of AR, which is the resident angel, I think of the electronic resident, which is something else that is within us. The pig farmer. Tell me more about the pig farmer. Tell me more about the pig farmer. Let me look something up. Mr. MRTACPANS. Let me see this. Oh, here.
Well, I'm sitting here in a bunch of pigs. My name is Mr. Pac-Man, and I'm trying to get these pigs to come over and talk to me. Come on, Mr. Pig. Which one of you wants to talk? There's a contract in the movie theater. All pigs invited. Come on, guys. Come on, nobody else. We're gonna have to do
So
it.
did you hear that?
I'm inviting you all. I'm not sending you a card in the mail, but you might be able to get a fax or email. Email all the pigs and we invite you all. They call me Raphael. The number is 72. The mission is 86. Thank you for watching the show.
So let me repeat that. I'm inviting them all to the movies. I'm inviting all the pigs to the movies.
My name is Mr. Pac-Man, and I'm trying to get these pigs to come over and talk to me. Come on, Mr. Pig. Which one of you wants to talk? There's a contract in the movie theater. All pigs invited. Come on, guys. Come on, nobody does. We're gonna have to do it the video.
Okay, so you heard. All pigs are included. The pig's pregnancy is 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. 333. That is our base of creation. 7 divided by 3, 4 divided by 3, 1 divided by 3. 0333, 1333, 2333. Pig's pregnancy. 147, 258, 369. It's 111 vertical, horizontal. It's 333 vertical. So we have to understand our 1 and 3s where they also come into the equation. Now I'm reading through this. Which you're gonna have to repeat what nursery rhyme? It is too hot on the moon. Unless you're a moon cat. So I'm just reading through 90, 90, 99. The ark comes down the fries. Jesus game match. Oh, how nice. The ark. Supernatural order of things. All things new. 9 map indeed. The 9th configuration on the map of 24 dimensions. Why are the objects solid, or why do we perceive them as solid? Why did God make us this way? Why? Haha, I'm a 5-year-old. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. 3 and 2, 5. Jackson 5. Jack is 25. 087. You're the rock in the heaven as I am the stone on the earth. Okay, let's think. Third rock from the sun or from the moon. The hexagon is on Saturn, south and north pole, east and west. Yes, there was something I didn't finish here. Let me go back to this again. Oh, yes. I remember. Right. So let me just mark. I'm just going to go down. I think I'm over here, and I think I'm just going to do this. I've done this before. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 equals 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 equals 10. 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 equals to 16. 4 and 8 and 12 and 16 equals to 28. 28 equals to 40. Earth is that 40. 7 and 4. And this one is 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 equals to 28. 1. Actually, it's 10 and then 1. And this one is 7, 14, 21, and 28 equals to 49, 59, 28, 38, 48, 49, 59, 69. This is 70. This is 70. This is your Q. Headquarters. Ape. Life. 4, 1. This is 6. This is 7. There's a mistake. 1, 3, 5, 20. No, there's a mistake in here. It's got to be a mistake. 6, and this is 7. 21, 42, 52, 62, 70. 7, 5, 3, 1. 12, 13, 14. Okay, 16. Okay, I thought there was a mistake in there. Right, 16 or 91. Let me check these totals. 16. Let me do all these totals. I'm going to see where I'm going to do the totals. 1 and 4 and 7 equals to 12. Then I'm going to do 2 and 8 and 14 and 2 and 8 and 14, right, equals to, did I get that right? Hold on a second. Right, yeah, 2, 8, and 14 equals to 24. Then I'm going to go get 3 and 12 and 21 equals to 36. And then I'm going to go out and get 4 and 16 and 28 equals to 48. 3, 6, 9, 3. So where did I get this? Okay, where did I get this? Just let me see if I got this right. This one is 147. This one over here, 2, 8. Let me 147. This one is 2 and 8 and 5, equaling to 15. This is 3 and 3 and 3, equaling to 9. And this one is 4 and 7 and 1, equaling to 12. So we can see the first and the last are the same. We can see the first and the last are the same, right? 417, 417. We can see over here. Just hold on a second. The first and the last are the same. Okay, this one over here brings in 333. I have to just darken these in a little bit. Right? This one comes together, then this one comes together. I'm just trying to darken in so we can see the difference. 417, 12. 6 and 1 is 7. 2 and 8 is 1. Trying to look at the cycles that they run, right? This one over here, why does it always come to this? Well, let's take a check. Where did it come in? It came in on range number 3. This one, right? And you notice it's 3 here, and then here's range number 3, and then here's range number 3. 1, 4, 7 in range number 3 will bring you in all 3, 3, 3, and that's your base creation. C, L, and U. Are you out of luck? That's your base creation. You cannot deny the truth. 3, 6, and 9, okay, when you work with 6, you go 6, 12, 18, 24, or 6, 3, 9, 6. This is 24, 42, 52, 54. This is 60. And this one over here is 9 and 9 is 18. And this one over here is 24. What's going to happen next? Just give me a second. I have to think a little bit. Oh, yes. Now you're going to go. Hold on a second. Boy, I'm just trying to think. First, you're going to go 12, 18, 24. And 30. I'm just let me think. Yes, let me think. Do I have to add them again? Yeah, this one be 3, 6, 9, 3. That's what we have here. Here we have 3, 6, 9, 6. Did I get that right? 12, 18, 24, 30. Yeah, that'll change to that. And then when it moves up to the next level, right, it'll move up to the level where it starts at 693, and then this 30 will be 36, and then it'll be 9 again. This is the rotation. 3, 6, 6s do not rotate the same. Here we repeat here. With 6s, I repeated. Hold on a second. Did I show you the 3s? Okay, let me show you the 3. 3, 3, 3, 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1 and 2 equals to 3. So it repeats. On the fourth one, they repeat. No other number does that. All the other numbers do not. The series of numbers, right? The series of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. And then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 12, 14, 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. Then we're going to go over to 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then 32. Hold on, 6 times 4, 7 times 4, 8 times 4, and then 9 times 4, and then 10 times 4. And then you're going to go over to number 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So when you have 45, when you have 5 by 8 is 40, 4 plus 0 is 4. 5 by 7 is 35, 3 and 5 is 8, 5 by 5 is 25, 2 and 5 is 7. So don't forget, right, where in between here is 3 and over here is 6. And then what you're going to do, right, in this star system over here is you're going to go 7, 4, you're going to go 14. 7 times 5 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. See the way you got the 8 over here? See the way you got the 8 over here? See the way you got the 8 over here? The 8 came in the 8th position. In this one over here, it came in the 7th position. In this one over here, it came in the 5th position. The 8. In what house is this? This is in the 7th house. This one over here is in the 5th house. The 8 showed up in the 2nd position over here in this house, right? In this house was the 1st house, the 2nd house. This is the 4th house. This is the 5th house. These two houses, okay, is ST and ND. We stand on these houses. In blackjack, you stand on 17, 1st and 2nd, 1st and 2nd, 4th and 5th, 7th, and then the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8. Why do I do it like this? Right? 8 and 8 is 16. So when I go 5 times 8, it's 40. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a magic trick. It's the truth. 5 by 7 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 5 times, sorry, I'm in the wrong one. This is in the 8th house. Right? 3, 6, and then this one is 9. Right? 9, right? 9 is going to be 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 6 is going to be 6, 3, 9, 6. 3 is going to be 3, 6, 9, 3. Only 4 numbers. I did it here. I shouldn't have done it. 3, 6, 9, 3. So it's 4 numbers and it's 10 numbers. So what you have is you have 4 numbers. Here's your 10, right? You have your A, B, C, 6, and you add your D, and then you get 10. Your 6 and this. So you have A, B, C, D, which creates the whole thing, and it creates it right over here. 4. 10, 4. Conjunction of 4 numbers, conjunction of 10 numbers. And how everything comes together is the 1st and the 2nd come together equaling to 3. The 4th and the 5th come together equaling to 9. And the 7th and the 8th come together, your gateway, equals to your total of 15. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 will create this 9. So you need 2 of these worlds to come together. 3 times 3 equals to 9. 3 plus 3 equals to 6. your 6 and 9 come together looking like this, but all created under this basis over here, 1 and 2, alpha, beta. It's standard in everything under Q17. And this is why I believe the new world that's coming out is with number 17. So let me continue on to some of the comments. Right. You'll turn to stone. First one, the word stone. Oh, the word stone is 39 and 34 equaling to 73. Do I have that right? STONE equaling to 34 and 39, 73. Because S and T is 39 and 1 is 34, 39 and 34. So the angels of DC, stone. If you put stoner, the R, you add the 18, it equals to 91. So the stoner now is connected to the spirit. Now, if you put tone, right, you're only going to get 34. You're going to get 54. A tone is in the sun, TONE. 1 is number 34. So when you get stone, it becomes the first one inside that word. And yes, you throw the stone, you turn to stone. There's only 31 days, right? So it's the first day to the 31st day equals to the 32 days. That means you connect all the days. You connect 15 and 1 day. So it's 15 times 32 equals to 480, a day and a quarter. Isn't that what it would be? And plus, you would have to add up that one number, which would be 16. Did I get that right? 496. Let me see if I got that right. 33 plus 35 plus 36 equals to 138. I don't think I got that right. 33, 34, 35. Let me see if I got that right. 33 plus 34 plus 35 plus 36 equals 138. So minus 666 equals 528. That's part of memory. So how would I do this? 16 times 32 equals 512. 17 times 32 equals to 544. So what is that average? 1 through 32. 1 and 31 equals 32. 5 and 27 equals 32. 10 and 22 equals to 32. 15 and 17 equals to 32. So you have 15 times 32. Why did I get that wrong? 15 times 32 equals 480. Anyways, it has to be 480 plus 48. Why is it 48? I don't know. Something's missing. There's 15 of them. 15 by 32 is 40. Anyways, the answer has to be 528. Now I don't even remember why. But anyways, what happens is we connect the first day to the last day. So 528 is part of memory. It's the E world. It's connecting cycles. See, I like to sit down and listen to scientific stories. I was thinking the tree is metal, the chart is all metals, so the plasma obviously reacts all around metals. It is what it is. I don't know, but if people talk around me about the way a child can easily see, we can break down what creation is, how it came to be, everything through nature, just the truth about nature. Ah, that's it. Okay, let's see that. Okay. The metal cage in a casino, right? The cage. Back to the cage again. We are the money, right? The cage is the age, it's creation of age. G and E is back to the moon. The moon is back to male and female. The angels in creation in the moon. The reason I say that is because 7 and 5, also bringing it back as Nasera and Jacera, directly create the G, which is created from 13 or 31, and the E, which is created by 12 or 21. So 1221, right, is the maximum reverse number you can get, right, with the alphabet of 26. But 1331, you can get that reverse with you can get that reverse with the days in the month. There's 7 days, 7 months of 31 days. You can get 1331. In order to create 31, you would go 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. Equals to 13. And then to get 31, you would go 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals to 10 equals to 21. So here's 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 7 and 6. So you're going to use these two numbers, and you're going to use these two numbers. 7 and 1 are going to come together. Back to Q again. See that? We're bringing Earth, Mars together. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, create 13. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3, 21 on 10, 37. This equals to 53. It also equals to 7 and 1. We can also do 73 and 16 equals to 89. We can also do 61 and 37 equals to 98. We can also do 37. Did I do that already? 16 and 37, 16 and 73, 61 and 37. So I think we got them all. So this is a natural. This here, again, is a natural. And this one over here is your 11 and 12, 23 base creation. 12 and 11 come together in this one to create these two numbers. And if I remember correctly, it's 55, 55, and 55 and 55 creates this, and 38 will create this. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. It equals to 35. 3 times 8, 24. 3 plus 8, 11. So you can see when you're working with 3 dice, the low is 10, the high is 11. This comes from ape. This is our day. This is with our Sabbath day, the extra hour in the A-B-C-D creation. A-B-C-D, right? Now, how would you create 11, right? Would you do, let me see how we can create 11, right? We got E, then we got C, B, and A. And this is 10, and this is 11. So would we skip over this? We'd go A, B, C, E, 11. How would we get the 10 without going A, B, C? Would we magically get F, right? Can I go F and FAC, FAC? That's 10. FAC, A, B, C, E. And this is where your 1, 2, 3, 5 comes in. Jackson 5. these three. Do you understand what I'm getting to with that? There really is no more than the 6 sides talking about itself. What's here, what's not here. And then it's the numbers when we bring relationships together. 22, or how do we get 22? How do we get 13? How do we get 14? How do we get 15? 1441, if you want to talk about 1441, we use 5665 to equal to 41. And 14, we use 24. So here's another one. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5, right, equals to 30, and 11, right, equals to 41. And then over here, it's 8 and 6, right, equals to 14. 2 times 4, 8. 2 plus 4, 6 equals to 14. So that's your 55 actually coming together, if you want to look at that, right? What would we look at coming together over here? Blah, 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 blah. Here it's 55 coming together. No, here it's 33 coming together. This was the multiplication, continuation of the multiplication. But here it's 33 coming together. Here it's 44 coming together. And when this comes together, this ends up to be Mars. And Mars is sticking with the male and the moon, right? Here, right, on this one over here, right, you're talking about the female. Here you're talking about the male. Here you're talking about the female. I say Mars is 44. Here you're talking about Earth and the female, 33. Here you're talking about Mars. EE, female, male. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. And then 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. And it's been created and coming together through Mars. 77, the matter of Christ. Passage. So let me read a little bit more of this, and then we're going to take this to the end. Why don't they teach us all this in school? Teach what? Teach what? What are we doing? I cannot believe that my door has been open for the last hour. Yes, correct. What a question that is. Why don't they teach us this in school? Well, if we're in a system, the system that we live, and the binding of time as humanity, as a race in humanity, and everybody accepting death as it goes on, not knowing about life, because we're learning. And they will teach it in schools, but you're one of the ones who know it now for what the future is going to be, because you learned it yourself here. If you think this is something to learn and it ought to be taught in school, then you have entered into the class, and that's why it is fourth. It is the class of RU 18 and 21. When we come in baseball into the what they call the 7th inning stretch, or what is known to be 6.5 played, or to what is the offense or the home team. Home equals to 41. The home team, the offense, and the defense. Is that for December? October, December, I don't know. But what's going to happen is that in these 6.5 innings, right, for the visitors or team 6, there's going to be 21 outs. And for 6.5 innings, right, in the bottom of the 6th, so the top of the 6th and the bottom of the 6th, right, there's going to be 18 outs. there's going to be 7 times 3 equals to 21, and 6 times 3 equaling to 18. Mars and Earth. The resident angel from the sixth creation of Mars over to the rest, resting inside the cube. Mars and Earth coming together. 9 and 3, the angels come to the ballpark and they're ready to play. Take. So now I'm going to take a little bit of bread and toast, and we're going to continue on with the reading of the comments that are enlightening me to speak of what I do. Also to note that I want to finish with this, that I spoke about this, because this is the letter of T and H. The empty, right? If you want to use the myth, right, or the Mitch, the halfway of creation of the three worlds, 4, 5, and 6, right? 4, 5, and 6, the Federation, is that this is runner-up in 4th position, and it ends in 20th position. You notice this is the example in the heavens. The total of this is 114, adding this up. So it's after what is first, what is second, what is third. You end up with 4th. First, second, third, 4th. ETH, A, standard death. Take me out to the ball game or take me out of the ball game. Take me out of the ball game. Is this number 26, 18, and 8? Me, matter and energy. 18, red and black. 1, 3, 5. Ace, sun. This will be in the pool ball. It's going to be orange. It's a mixture of red and yellow. It's going to be burnt orange, and it represents Pluto. It also represents HD, Harley Davidson, number 48, the sun, number 84 for Pluto. It will divide the night and the day. It'll divide the night and the day. And I guess it's the cat curling its tail with that will make the decision. Okay, so we're going to come back over here with fourths. We added up to 114. We spoke about this. Take me out to the ball game. Okay, so what we're going to do next, right? Just 1 second. Let me put my camera up here for a minute. And I just want to put take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Let me see if we can get something out of this. 1908. Let's see if we can hear this. Just 1 second. It's loading. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to play it in a second. I want to make sure you can see it on the screen. So let's see if I can set this up. I want to see if I can set it up properly. Give me a second. Yeah, I need to move the cat over just a bit. Still think it's going a little high. Okay, I'm going to play this as long as I can. And I'm going to put it slow. I'm going to slow it down to normal. Let me see. I'm going to slow it down. Playback speed is going to be 0.75. Let's see if it's too slow.
Take me out to the ball game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Ragwell.
Okay, you know what? If you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. I'm making my toast. I'm going to the bathroom. We're going to listen to it together. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me see where I am. Where am I? Where am I? Right, my toast. Forgot where I was for a minute. My toast. Got my toast. I think I took out 3 knives. Yum, yum. Yum, yum. I love my toast. This is the year, my friends. This is the year. It's always the year. Okay, let's listen. You ready? I'm going to look at a few more comments. Children's books in German. Bacon and sausages. Please sit there. Please sit. Please sit. The dog would listen. You won't, right? Only the dogs listen. Why is it you don't use those tools that bring us the theory of everything, speaking about the calculator sitting in front of you? Truly, your work's appreciated. Thank you. Much appreciated. The water is very important. You have to understand the water. Water is also number 67. What number is the word teacher? 26, 37, 47, 57, 60. Why not just use the word teach? Teach is 37, the cube. Kitty cat is going nuts. The number is the word. Now, what did I answer you? I don't even know what I answered somebody because I'm so far behind, you know. Man in the moon, man on the moon, I-N-O-N-E-N, all the vowels in the two-letter words. I'm going to get another toast. I'm going to come back and look at the, I'm going to look back at the comments, okay? Let's stick together. You know, I can't do this alone. It's very depressing when I come out here and don't see at least 2 or 3 people come to the site. So I'm still sort of on a little break here. I'm going to put this back up. I'm still having trouble untangling the cat. Right. Let me, I'm going through the last of the comments. Yep. Semitic, semi-automatic. Okay, we got to the end of the comments, and I'm going to be making another toast. We're going to watch this piece on Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about baseball and how it fits into creation. So you can't do that to me. You just can't. Okay, please hold on a second. And here it goes.
Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown through every stew. Casey Blue. On a Saturday, her young foe called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys he knew. He made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root Root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Okay, so
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
1, 2, 2, not 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2 on the clock. Okay, so you know what's ironic about that? I might put on one more. Now, what's ironic with that clock at the end is that 122 is 1/3, okay, of 366. Ball game works in series of 3 innings, 6 innings, 9 innings. 3 outs, 3 balls. So I think I reached the end of everything, mostly everything. And it's a little late. I'm tired. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. So let's look at that. Is that what we get at the circus? We give the elephants the peanuts, right? The corn and the peanuts. The corn for the pigs or the corn nuts. I'm looking at peanut and Cracker Jack. I'm a cracker head. Jack is 25. Cracker is 23. 33 is 34 plus. Cracker, I think, is 56. No. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 35, 36, 46, 56, 59. EI, for example, right? When EI comes together, it's used for example. AE is arts and entertainment. Peanuts is 36. 77, I think, is peanut. 16 and 5 and 1 and 14 and 21 and 20. $22, 36, 46, 57. So it seems to be 57 and 20. Looks like we've got the peanuts on the moon. So that's what we got. We have 77 and 59. Cracker Jacks. Actually, this one would be 59, 69, 70. It would be 84, but he said Jack, so it'd be 103. Otherwise, I go Pluto. Now I would go Earth, Mars with Christ, and that'd be 180. That'd be the resident angel. Anyways, I think that's it for now. You'd have to ask me questions for me to say any more. I can stay on here a couple of more minutes if you wish, but it's all up to you what you ask me. And why don't we teach it in schools? I don't know. I think we should. I think once we wake up and we create the final program, right? We need to create that final program that we can all see the truth, that we can stop the gauge of war that's going on. Peace and love. Nero can be one or sunner. I'm just trying to look. So we did this song. We did a whole bunch of things in this video. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to have to end the video, and there's still a lot of things I haven't spoke about. There's a few things I still wanted to start about the zodiac and talk about the animals of the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac. I've done it once. I've done it twice. I have to continue to do it. So I keep learning, understanding what the club is all about. See the way you have the Star of David over here that's in between. And then you have the other star that's connecting inside each space. The transition is in the honeycomb in the center. This is only a 1D. This is only 1D. Good night. Good night.